Mind introducing yourself, please?
Yeah, my name's Kerry Cameron. I coordinate and head the first year and second year of fashion courses here at Cardigan College. I've been working here for about 12 years now.
So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to ask you some questions about the experience of taking your students around Cardigan and to see the jean factory and the Woolen mill.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is, how did you find the visit to the Woolen mill and jean factory, and how important is that for the students?
I think it was hugely beneficial. Firstly, even initially having the support from the charity to organise the trip was really beneficial, because it does take a long time to unfortunately organise trips with students, so for you to coordinate that was absolutely amazing and helped financially. I think it was a really good trip because it was beneficial to see industry in Wales and what is still going on, to see the traditional methods of how things are constructed was great. To visit these entrepreneurs that are in business working independently was amazing, and I think the students really benefited from it because a lot of the students actually don't know where these garments originate and how they're constructed, and I think especially with the Woolen mill, to show us from how it originates from the shearing of the sheep right through to the end production, to the actual weaving, was an eye-opener for everyone really, because I think these crafts, these trademanships are being lost, and we're forgetting actually where these things originate from and how they're constructed. So it really enlightened the students to where their clothes are sourced for and how they're made.
Yeah, I mean, some of them even mentioned that you taught about sustainability. Mm-hmm. So it's like an eye-opening. They know where to get materials, how to use them, be more sustainable. But also they said they were quite shocked how like industries like this still exist, because we're also used to the fast fashion, and going there is just like, this is still alive. And I remember they also say this quite good, the industries are preserving old machines. It's not just clothes like we're keeping alive, but also the old machines.
Yeah, it's the craft really, it's the craftsmanship. I think the students as well I was really impressed by how both companies tapped in. They were definitely entrepreneurs. They both tapped into the market and seen where the demand was, and they both adapted their companies to suit the demand. And I think that was absolutely amazing, because these could be dying trades and they could be lost, unfortunately. And by forward thinking, they've been able to keep them businesses going and employ local people really. So I was amazed by that.
Yeah, and one of the students even said she was shocked that she saw young people working in the jean factory. Yeah. That's like a hope, that they can also, go down there, because not everybody want to move to London, live the big life. Some people might just prefer somewhere local, quieter, and all that. Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of students now who unfortunately can't afford to go to university, so it's really nice to show that there's other opportunities within the fashion industry, not just university. And the actual girl that was in the Huit's Denim factory, I was talking to her, and she actually did an internship. So she completed a foundation diploma. She hadn't done a degree. So it was really interesting to see that you don't have to have a degree to get on in these businesses. You could be learning on the job.
Yeah, you can start from just ironing, isn't it, the pockets, like what one of the boys were doing, and just progress. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question is, do you think other facilities in the college will benefit from trips like this, like not just fashion, maybe the automobile, or?
Yeah, I think it is. We're working in the college. We have deadlines, we have work that the students have to submit. We're working on tight deadlines, so sometimes we haven't got that time to organise and coordinate these visits with local trades and industries. So that's what the benefit of you contacting me and giving me that opportunity to kind of tap into this trip is so beneficial, because most of the time we're running around like headless chickens. So I'd known about these companies and thought about contacting them, just run out of time. So that was a huge benefit for me to be able to just you get in contact with me and you arranging the majority of the trip.
I mean, that's what we feel like, you know, in Steps for Change, like with a middleman basically, you know, talking to the organisations and then contacting the schools and all that.
Well, facilitating that was amazing, and you know, the students really enjoyed it and I really enjoyed it as well. So it might have not been an opportunity that I would have been able to do this year because of time restraints, but you made that possible, so that was great.
Well, at least now we'll build connections, so we can always go now, you know, every year and just organise
it could be a yearly thing,
Okay, and what else do you think could be done to improve the experience? Is there anything particular you might want to see or prefer, you know, the student to do? Because some of them actually mentioned they will have maybe rather have some materials to bring back home, like leaflets, just maybe explaining some terminologies and
could
you know,
have
and all that.
Yeah, maybe some information. I know the Huit's Denim has given us books and they've given us leaflets. They've given us lookbooks and things for the students to look at. But yeah, maybe, you know, it would be nice if they did a little demo, like they got to do a workshop, but time restraints, because they're a big group, is quite difficult. So if that would be possible, maybe with smaller groups, that could you know, be really great. Maybe if people went for a visit and was particularly interested, maybe you could help them arrange a workshop with our organisation later on if they're really interested in it.
I mean, what we did this time, you know, we tried to squeeze in 2 tours. Maybe next time we can even say they will just focus on one factory and then ask them, you know, can we even have more time, you know, to demonstrate? So at least we know 9 to 5 we're going to be there, rather than, as you know, we're running as well.
It's really difficult because we've got 22 students who, you know, half of them could have been really interested in the denim factory, the other half could be really interested in the woolen factory. So you're never gonna please everyone, but I think maybe by taking them to both and then saying if you want any further information, we can contact the you know, the people in charge, and we could arrange some workshops, or we can arrange further information if need be to be sent through. That could be a possibility,
I think that's important information for us as well, isn't it?
I think the 2 trips were great to get to in the day, you know, and we did a really good job. You know, at one point it was hailstones and I didn't think we were going to make it.
I just prayed that we didn't end up over the rocks, because I was just like, Lord, can the driver even see where he's going?
But you know, the journey was fine. I think everything that was organised was really good. The talks were informative, and the students got to ask any questions, and they got toured around and shown every aspect of, you know, most aspects of the business and the creative stuff, everything they needed. So it's really hard to try and think of any improvements. You know, the students now, I've encouraged them to write up and evaluate the trip and see what they thought and what they took out of the trip. You know, but I really don't think you could improve it. It was really good.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming.